Oh, hey, what's happening, tapeoids? If you're up this late at night wandering around, you must be looking for a late night movie. Step inside. I got you covered. Welcome back to Friday Late Night Movie, tapeoids, where I reminisce about movies I remember seeing on late night TV as a kid, and I recommend them to you. So this week we got a double feature. I was originally going to do just the first movie, and I thought, well, hey, they were both on late night TV. They both came back to back, so let's do both. The first movie is Romancing the Stone from 1984. I think it released March 30th in Canada, directed by Robert Zemeckis. And of course, its sequel, Jewel of the Nile, released December 11th, 1985, just like a year later, directed by Louis Teague. In Romancing the Stone, Kathleen Turner plays a novelist who has to travel to Colombia to ransom her sister, who is kidnapped, and ends up finding herself in an adventure with a rogue mercenary played by Michael Douglas. And in the Jewel of the Nile, Kathleen Turner, Joan Wilder, gets abducted while she's along the Nile, and her boyfriend Jack, Michael Douglas, and his buddy Ralph, played by Danny DeVito, who I forgot to mention was also in Romancing the Stone, have to go and rescue her and find some kind of fabled jewel. This woman got a lot of bad luck with abductions and kidnaps, but anyway, yeah. These two movies were on late night TV all the time. I found something very funny about this when I was thinking about it, that I always remember them playing the second one first and the first one second. I find they did that a lot on late night TV. Do any of you remember that? Playing the sequel first and the original second? Some kind of weird mind game trying to lure you in? I don't know. Was it just me? Let me know. I love Romancing the Stone and the Jewel of the Nile. They always remind me of some kind of like romantic, sappy, poor man's version of Indiana Jones, if you will. If I'm not mistaken, I think they wanted to actually make it into a series like that, but Kathleen Turner was sued in the Jewel of the Nile because she didn't want to finish the movie, so I guess they couldn't continue with that. But great movies. Romancing the Stone, as a matter of fact, the company thought for sure it was going to be a flop, so much so that they fired Robert Zemeckis from directing Cocoon, and when it came out, it was a huge hit. So he got his chance to do any movie he wanted to do. He got the green light to do anything he wanted, and it was Back to the Future. Both these movies were hits. They did well. Jewel of the Nile, besides Kathleen Turner not wanting to finish it, another cool thing about that movie was that it was the last release on RCA CED video discs that was ever made. So that was pretty cool. I love these movies. These are perfect movies for a late night when you have nothing else to watch. One after the other, back to back. You can just go right through, and they're great. They're enjoyable. Who doesn't love these movies? Apparently everybody does, because in the 1980s, they did like 15 movies with this kind of theme, adventure movies. Now, I was going to try to recite them to you off the top of my head, but I thought to myself, who am I kidding? There's no way I'm going to remember 15 movies. So I'm going to read them to you now. Raiders of the Lost Ark, Sky Pirates, Jake Speed, King Solomon's Mine, Alan Quatermain and the Lost City of Gold, River of Death, High Road to China, Romancing the Stone, Jewel of the Nile, Savage Islands, Motherlode, Treasure of the Crowns, The Hunters of the Golden Cobra, Temple of Doom, and The Last Crusade. That's all in like 10-year span. That's a lot of adventure movies. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Friday Late Night Movie. I hope I turned you on to some movies you hadn't seen before. Let me know in the comments if you have, if you haven't, if you like them, if you don't. And come back next Friday for the next Friday's Late Night Movie. And I appreciate you. If you liked this video, hit the like and subscribe, and come back next time, tapeoids.